Jack LaLanne didn't just maintain muscle at 95, he built muscle. Modern people think at 95 you stop training, you maintain what you have, you accept decline. Jack LaLanne did opposite. He trained hard, he progressed, he built strength and muscle at 95. How? His training wasn't random, it wasn't extreme, it was systematic, it was progressive, it was sustainable. This is his complete training system, the principles, the exercises, the progressions, the philosophy, why he built muscle at 95, how to apply his system today. Like this video and subscribe. We're revealing the training protocol that built strength across lifetime. The muscle building paradox at age. Modern fitness assumes muscle building is for young people. At 30 you build, at 40 you maintain, at 50 you decline, at 90 you're done. This is false. This is cultural programming. This isn't biological truth. Muscle can be built at any age. It's harder at 90 than 30, but it's possible. Jack LaLanne proved this, building muscle at 95. The paradox: modern people train hard for short bursts. They build muscle for years, then they stop, they quit, their muscle disappears. Jack LaLanne trained consistently for 70 years. He built muscle consistently for 70 years. He didn't build fast, he built slow, but he built. His approach, consistent progression across lifetime, beats intense short-term building. The progressive overload principle. Progressive overload is simple. Gradually increase training stress. Your body adapts, your muscles grow, your strength increases. Increase weight, increase reps, increase sets, increase frequency, increase range of motion, increase time under tension. Any increase is progression. Jack LaLanne understood this. He didn't do same workout at 90 as he did at 30. He progressed every decade. New exercises, heavier weights, harder progressions. This is why he built muscle until 95, not through intensity peaks, through consistent progression, small increases, continuous advancement. Modern people do opposite. They repeat same workout, same weight, same reps. No progression, no adaptation, no muscle growth. Progressive overload is the fundamental principle. Without it, no progress. With it, progress is inevitable. Training consistency versus intensity peaks. Modern fitness obsesses over intensity peaks, maximum weight, maximum effort, maximum everything. This creates short-term results. It also creates burnout, creates injury, creates quit. Jack LaLanne's approach was different. Moderate intensity, consistent execution, sustainable frequency. He trained 6 days per week, moderate intensity, sustainable, could repeat indefinitely. Modern people train 3 days per week, maximum intensity, unsustainable, quit after months. Which creates better long-term results? Consistency. His philosophy: train hard enough to progress, not so hard that you can't sustain it. Recovery becomes automatic, training becomes lifestyle, muscle builds consistently. Modern approach: train so hard you're destroyed, recovery is difficult, training becomes a chore, adherence fails. Consistency is the hidden variable modern fitness misses. It's not sexy, it's not intense, but it builds muscle across lifetime. Exercise selection and foundational movements. Jack LaLanne didn't do complicated exercises. He didn't do trendy exercises. He did foundational movements. Push. Pushing movements building chest, shoulders, triceps. Push-ups, dips, presses. Pull. Pulling movements building back, biceps. Pull-ups, rows. Squat. Leg extension movements, bodyweight squats, weighted squats. Hinge. Hip extension movements, deadlifts, back extensions. Carry, loaded carries, farmer carries, building grip and core. These 5 categories covered entire body, complete training, simple, effective. Modern people do endless variations, machines, isolation, cables, angles. This is unnecessary complexity. Foundational movements are superior. They're compound, they require stabilization, they build functional strength, they're safe, they work indefinitely. Jack LaLanne built his training around foundational movements. This is why he could train 80 years. Movements were sustainable, joint stress was manageable. Rep ranges for muscle building and maintenance. Jack LaLanne used different rep ranges for different purposes. Muscle building, 8 to 12 reps per set. Moderate weight, moderate rest, hypertrophy rep range. Strength maintenance, 5 to 8 reps per set. Heavyweight, longer rest, strength rep range. Endurance, 15 to 20 reps per set. Lightweight, short rest. At different ages, emphasis changed. 30s, more hypertrophy work. 60s, a balance of hypertrophy and strength. 80s, more strength maintenance, light hypertrophy. This variation prevented plateau, prevented adaptation fatigue, kept training interesting. Each rep range served a purpose. Each built different qualities. Together, they created complete fitness. Modern people often train only one rep range, usually too heavy, usually too low reps. They miss the benefits of other ranges. His approach, variety in rep ranges. This creates complete adaptation, complete muscle development. Intensity principles without joint destruction. Training intensity is important, but it must be managed to prevent injury. Jack LaLanne understood this. He trained intensely, but not recklessly. Rate of perceived exertion. Train hard, not maximum, not to failure often. Work hard but sustainably. Tempo. Controlled movement, not explosive, not sloppy, controlled throughout. Range of motion. Full range of motion, but stop short of joint stress points. Sustainable range. Progressive resistance. Increase weight gradually, not dramatically. 5 pounds at a time. Small increments. The body adapts. Volume management. Sufficient volume for growth, not excessive volume creating injury risk. Sustainable volume. This approach built muscle without destroying joints. At 95, Jack LaLanne's shoulders were healthy. His knees were healthy. His back was healthy. Not because he avoided training, because he trained intelligently. Modern people often train recklessly. Too much weight, too little control, too much volume. They build muscle quickly, but destroy joints. At 50, they're injured. They stop training. His approach, sustainable intensity, healthy joints, training across lifetime. Recovery and training frequency. Jack LaLanne trained 6 days per week, but recovery was integral. Sleep, 8 to 9 hours nightly, non-negotiable. Recovery happens during sleep. Nutrition, adequate protein, carbs, fats. Post-training nutrition optimized. Recovery nutrition. Movement quality. Training intensity was moderate, not maximum. Allowed recovery between sessions. Deload weeks, 1 week per month. Training volume reduced. Allow body to fully recover. Active recovery. Easy movement on non-training days. Walking, light stretching, movement without stress. This recovery infrastructure meant he could train frequently without overtraining. 6 days weekly was sustainable. Modern people train hard but recover poorly. Poor sleep, poor nutrition, no deloads. They overtrain, they burn out. Recovery enables frequency. Frequency enables progression. Progression enables muscle building. Age-related training adaptation. Jack LaLanne adapted training as he aged, not because he had to, because it was smart. 30s, 40s, high volume, high frequency, high intensity, building foundation. 50s, 60s, maintained volume, maintained frequency, high intensity, maintaining foundation, progressing. 70s, 80s, slightly reduced volume, maintained frequency, moderate intensity, maintaining muscle, preventing injury. 80s, 90s, maintained minimum effective volume, maintained frequency, lighter intensity, maintaining strength, maintaining muscle, preventing age-related decline. This adaptation meant training remained productive across lifetime. Goals shifted with age, training adapted. Modern people either continue same program indefinitely, creates imbalance, or stop training, creates decline. His approach: adapt with age, maintain training, achieve age-appropriate goals. Injury prevention through smart progression. Jack LaLanne avoided injuries, not through avoiding training, through smart training. Warm-up, always, before training, preparing muscles and joints. Technique: perfect form prioritized, weight secondary. Good form with moderate weight beats perfect form with excessive weight. Progressive increase, small increments, 5 pounds, 5 reps, not jumping dramatically. Listening to body. Pain signal. Distinguish pain from intensity. Pain equals stop, intensity equals continue. Mobility work. Maintaining range of motion, preventing restriction, preventing injury. Avoiding overuse. Not repeating the same movements multiple times daily. Variation prevents repetitive strain. This approach meant he trained for 70 years without major injury. At 95, he trained still, because his body was functional, because training was smart. Modern people often get injured: reckless progression, poor form, overuse. Repeated injuries prevent training. Decline accelerates. His approach: injury prevention through smart training, longevity of training career. Training across decades. Jack LaLanne's training progression across decades was systematic. Years 1 to 10, age 20 to 30, build foundation, foundational movements, hypertrophy focus, build muscle base. Years 11 to 20, age 30 to 40, maintain foundation, add complexity, more exercise variations, maintain hypertrophy, add strength work. Years 21 to 30, age 40 to 50, maintain muscle, add skill. Maintain established lifts, add skill work, handstands, etc. Maintain performance. Years 31 to 40, age 50 to 60, maintain quality, reduce volume slightly, high-intensity work, light volume, maintain without overtraining. Years 41 to 50, age 60 to 70, adapt for longevity, lighter weight, maintained frequency, functional focus, injury prevention. Years 51 to 60, age 70 to 80, maintained minimum effective muscle, same program simplified, consistency over variation. Years 61 to 70, age 80 to 90, maintenance focus, preserve strength and muscle, light training, high frequency, quality over quantity. This long view progression meant he continuously progressed for 70 years, not always building muscle, sometimes maintaining, sometimes adapting, but always progressing in context of age and ability. Modern people don't think this long term. They train 5 years, plateau, quit. His approach: decades-long progression strategy, different goals at different ages, continuous advancement within age-appropriate context. Deload and recovery protocols. Jack LaLanne implemented strategic deloads, 1 week per month, training volume cut by half. Purpose: allow body to fully recover, repair micro-trauma, reset nervous system, return stronger. Structure: same exercises, same rep ranges, half the volume, half the weight. Benefits: prevents overtraining, prevents plateau, improves recovery, improves subsequent training. Modern people often never deload. They train hard every week, accumulate fatigue, plateau, quit. His approach: strategic rest. This enabled continuous progression. Recovery was valued, was planned, was executed. Functional strength versus aesthetic muscle. Jack LaLanne built functional strength, not aesthetic muscle. His goal: capability, not appearance. Functional strength: ability to move heavy objects, ability to perform physical tasks, ability to resist age-related decline. Aesthetic muscle: appearance, symmetry, size. These overlap, but they're not identical. You can build appearance without function, you can build function without appearance. His focus: function, build strength, build capability. Aesthetic muscle followed naturally.
This approach meant his training built real-world capability. At 95, he could still train hard. He could still move well. He could still perform.
Modern people often focus on appearance, build aesthetic muscle, lose functional strength, poor performance hidden by appearance. His approach: prioritize function. Aesthetics follow. Real capability emerges. Testing progress and avoiding plateaus. Jack LaLanne tested progress regularly, not obsessively, but intentionally. Strength test. Can you lift heavier weight? Can you perform more reps? Progress. Performance test. Can you do more pull-ups? Can you hold longer plank? Progress. Mobility test. Can you move better? Can you access better ranges? Progress. These tests revealed progress, revealed plateaus, revealed need for variation. When plateau occurred, no progress for 3 weeks, he varied approach. Different exercises, different rep ranges, different intensity, shock system, resume progression. Modern people often train without testing. They don't know if they're progressing. They reach plateau. They don't know what to do. They quit. His approach: test regularly, identify progress, identify plateaus, adapt to overcome plateaus, continue progression. Your complete training system. Here's how to implement his system. Step 1. Select foundational movements: push, pull, squat, hinge, carry, one of each. Step 2. Establish baseline, current performance in each movement. Step 3. Train 3 to 6 days per week, moderate intensity, same movements. Step 4. Progress each week, increase weight, reps, sets, frequency, slightly. Step 5. Track progress, written log, know your numbers. Step 6. Adapt with age, adjust volume and intensity appropriately. Step 7. Incorporate deloads, 1 week monthly, reduce volume. Step 8. Maintain consistency, same schedule, same movements, continuous progression. Step 9. Listen to body. Pain equals stop, intensity equals continue. Step 10. Think long-term, decades of training. Goals shift with age, progression continues. Drop a comment. What's your biggest training challenge? How long have you been training consistently? Share this with someone wanting to train across lifetime. The strength of consistency. His training gave him something modern people lack: capability across lifetime. At 95, he could still train. His muscles still responded. His body could still be challenged, could still progress. This wasn't luck. This was systematic, progressive, consistent. Your body will do what you train it to do. If you train consistently, your body remains trainable. If you stop training, your body becomes untrained. Subscribe if this resonates. Share with someone struggling with training. Implement this system. Your strength will continue across lifetime. This is his legacy on training, not a program, a philosophy: progressive, consistent, sustainable, lifelong.